how to turn your life around. If you haven't already subscribed, click the link on the bottom right, click the notifications bell, and then you'll be notified when I upload new content. When I was on holiday, I jotted down headings. I had about half an hour where I just wrote down potential titles for uploads without fleshing out the detail, and this was one of those headings, and I've honestly not got an idea of what I'm going to talk about underneath that heading, but let's see how it unfolds. How to turn your life around. I suppose this came as an echo from many sort of self-help books that perhaps I've read in the past. It's an injunction for the individual who is unhappy or dissatisfied, I suppose, with their lot, and perhaps sees other people living a better, more fulfilling life comparison to other. It must come from, I guess, a lack of fulfillment, that you're not enough, and that your life needs a serious inspection. And turning around, how to turn your life around, implies that you're going in the wrong direction. So is it possible to go in the wrong direction? Well, I suppose the self-critical mind can always look at decisions and one's path in life and see that potentially there were other more fruitful avenues to pursue that could have produced a better current moment, a better lived reality. Now, it depends what your measurement sticks are for that, what is better. The implication is that someone who wants to turn their life around isn't happy. Now, we seem to have some ability within present moment awareness to find a state of peace, clarity and serenity from which we can create a future. That very bizarre idea of something that hasn't happened yet. It seems as though the past doesn't lend itself to be changed in that way, or hasn't the potential to change in the same way, because it is a fait accompli. It is fixed, immovable and done. And so the only way forwards is to find yourself in the present moment, to find that place of peace, serenity and stillness, that place of perfection and fulfillment. And then from that place the future will unfold in a more positive and fulfilling way. So, turning your life around isn't something that is going to help, because that phrase often implies moving into the world of form and making changes, bold changes. Now, that might be a pleasant byproduct and produce a fulfillment that you could never dream of if the starting position is within oneself. if the starting position is present moment awareness, self-realization, realizing your true nature, so it's not about turning your life around, it's about turning your perspective around. Instead of looking externally to the world of form and manifestations for your solution, for your fulfillment, for your new change of direction, you turn your perspective around and you focus within. And this is the direction that I'm pointing to in my book, No Path to Enlightenment, and in all my uploads here on my YouTube channel, Seeing Now. If there is a common theme, it is about going within. Asking the question, who am I? And finding peace, fulfillment and serenity here, in the here and now. Not in a goal-orientated future that you think will fulfill you. If you have a better career, a better relationship, better house, a better car, better health. That's not setting up the opening to the present moment. That is deferring your fulfillment to some future situation, to a future state of being in terms of worldly or material possessions. Being fulfilled by worldly things. This is the snares of desire, and the illusionary self gets caught in those snares. The Gita says to free yourself from those snares is to realize the heart. Once you're freed from the snares of delusion, then you can see clearly. And so the future can be our enemy, just as the past can be our enemy. And in that sense, both are illusionary. And so, turn your perspective around. Now, in the here and now. Start from that inner place of peace, serenity, calmness, emptiness, and no thing. Dip into these videos and pick titles that connect with you, that resonate. And then sit in the eternal present. And not for 5 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes at night and call it meditation, but live there. Contemplate on your own nature throughout the day. See the present moment, wake up to the clear and undeniable fact that we are alive and living in the here and now. Not in the past and not in the future. That's the beginning point. That's the way into the way, the Tao. And then the flow, the unknown, the unmanifested, immutable, unnameable energy, the beingness from which we create our illusionary self, that is given the freedom that it needs to express through you. And when that happens, the word liberation springs to mind, because you're no longer a prisoner of your own constructed egoic self. You realize that you created that and that you are free from those constraints. And then the future will unfold as it necessarily should and will do, in a natural and spontaneous way, from the eternal source, from your true nature.